we are here with the captain of Tara, Erwin, and he is going to tell us a little bit about his experience, his past experience as a sailor, and a little bit about this new expedition of Tara. Please.
Yes, before my experience, last experience as a fisherman, I passed a lot of time just to fishing on the Atlantic, North Atlantic and South Atlantic also. And after I reached this Tara expedition for the Arctic Drift in the 2006 July, the beginning, and I stayed during 16 months on the ice to drift. As a captain at this moment, it's really hard to captain a boat and drift.
How many of you on board during this experience?
During the first winter there is eight persons. There is international crew member, and the second winter there is 10 people.
Trapped in the ice.
Yeah.
It's pretty good experience, I guess.
Yeah, it's a pretty good experience. Yeah. And after in February 2008, the boat came back in Lorient for a refit and make a big refit after this hard adventure for the boat. It's a very frozen temperature, and yeah, there is some small damage. And after we beginning with Tara expedition to make some tests to know it's possible to realize this expedition. It's a very particular expedition, but it's a study of biodiversity. It's for that it's compulsory to make some modification and build some lab for the boats.
So the objective of Tara Oceans then is to go around the world and to assess life at the deep chlorophyll maximum and above and below the deep chlorophyll maximum, and get an idea of what those microscopic communities are doing in a functional context.
And can you tell us which places in the world are you going to sail in?
So we are sailing through the Suez Canal, and then we go along the Red Sea. We go into the Gulf. Then we visit those very beautiful islands of the Indian Oceans. We go around the Cape. We cross the Atlantic to Rio de Janeiro. We go south to Antarctica. We go along the Chilean coast, Easter Island, Galapagos, Marquese Islands. Then we go toward New Zealand. We go into the Indonesian pathway, up to Japan, Hawaii, Seattle in America, and then we'd go around above the continent in the Northwest Passage, which is
basically everywhere.
Everywhere. It's almost two tours of the world. It's a bit
right.
Crazy.
The reason why we want to do this global analysis of ocean biodiversity is because the oceans have very different domains. They're not homogeneous.
The scientist is very particular expedition, but there is some classical oceanography with the winch, cable, and some test of temperature, salinity. At the same time, it's for the biodiversity. You need to make a lot of filtration of water, right, and know exactly. The scientists know more.
So basically, during the sailing, you are going to take always water on board, no? And the water, and you have an instrument that measure the salinity and the temperature, right?
Yes, right. So there is some modification to have a very good data, quality of water. And for that, we make other water for the scientist. At the same time, maybe the main difficulty it's with the weight lab. With the weight lab, there is a lot of apparel, and yeah, it's complicated to organize all the space for all the stuff. But there is a lot of. It's a small boat at the same time, and the lab, exterior lab, is also big construction. That's nobody worked like that before. It's a new experience.
Can you tell?
Finally, so we left Lorient the 4th of September, so a few weeks ago, and now I think it's very exciting because we are finally ready. We have put all instruments on board.
It's very expensive. several €100,000. And it's basically a steel frame on which you can fix these bottles. There's some examples of these bottles over there.
Yeah.
And this is going to be slid at the back of the ship. So you can slide it all the way to the back of the ship. And on this, this cable then, here, fix it at the end of the cable, push it overboard, and there's, I think, 2,500 meters of this cable. So this can go all the way down very deep, and on the way back up, all the way down. You can sample water at different depths. And there's 12 or even more of these bottles on the carrier here. And therefore that allows you to sample different depths. Is going to arrive through one of these pumps here,
Yeah.
through one of these what we call the filter holder, and we're going to put a filter on here, and the water is going to be pumped 100 liters over that filter. When it's finished, take the filter out, you wrap it up, put it in the freezer at the other end of the boat, and then when we come to a station on land, that will be shipped to the labs. We're going to do the analyses, and the analyses, there's different analyses. One which is pretty traditional, which is what do these bugs look like? So they're basically going to be looked at under a microscope. We actually have a microscope down here, so basically look down what is there to see. And something which is a little more modern is looking at what lives in the sea at the level of their genetic footprints. So these bugs, the DNA, the genetic information is going to be extracted, sequenced, read, and from this information we'll be able to guess about what the ecosystem, the microbial ecosystem that lives at various depths and at various locations around the oceans. Coastal, deep water, open oceans.
Thank you very much, and really good luck, because it's going to be hard but also nice.
Yeah, well, it's very nice.
Thank you very much.